Hear the song out loud. Okay. You want to do what? Running for
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday night in Clarksburg and the close of the 2022 football school season. It's senior night. Whether you hail from downtown Staley, East End, Hillendale, West End, Summit Park, Picnic, Montpelier, Broadway, Rosebud, Chestnut Hills, Nutterford, Glen Oak, Eastview, Parkland, Country Club, Broad Oaks, or Stonewood, Clarksburg is a great melting pot of diverse backgrounds that have come together as one to support our community school. Robert C. Byrd, let us all make tonight a great night to be a flying eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starters: at left tackle, a junior, Elias Beto; at left guard, a sophomore, Logan Frum; at center, a senior, Ty Drake; at right guard, a senior, Logan McCartney; at right tackle, a senior, Ian Gould; at quarterback, a senior, Nick George; at running back, a senior, Braylon Hilliard; at wide receiver, a senior, Bryce Bird; at wide receiver, a senior, Nathan Lotsky; at wide receiver, a senior, Quentin Cooley; and at wide receiver, a senior, Brady Thomason.
Come behind you.
Shayla, let me know whenever you're ready. So all the seniors are in line? All right, get it. She has been accepted to Marshall University and intends to major in nursing. Thank you, Caitlin Dooley. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our football seniors. First up this evening, we have Mr. Bryce Bird. Bryce football, baseball, and basketball team. He's a 2-year member of the football team. This evening, he's being escorted by Aaron Bird and Sammy Maffey. His plans for the future are to fulfill his dreams and play college football. Thank you, Bryce Bird. Next up this evening, we have Mr. Quentin Cooley. Quentin is a member of the football and basketball teams, and this is his first year on the football team. He's being escorted this evening by Krista Cooley and Derek Cooley. His accolades for the football team this season are that he has caught 3 touchdowns and he was the catch of the week winner in week 5. Quentin plans to be a student athlete in college, and he would like to get a job and continue to have fun. Thank you, Quentin Cooley. Next up this evening, we have Lucian Davidson. Lucian is a 6-year football player. He's in a 6 years playing football for the WVI and at RCB. He's being escorted this evening by Alexis Cox and Kenneth Davidson. Lucian is exploring his future options still. Next up this evening, we have Mr. Ty Drake. Ty has played football for 13 years. This evening, he is being escorted by Chris and Carrie Drake. His accolades in football are that he was a second-team All-County member last year. Ty plans to go to Fairmont State to become a civil engineer and possibly play football. Thank you, Lucian, and thank you, Ty. Next up this evening, we have Nick George. Nick George is a 4-year member of the football team, and he's being escorted this evening by Pat George. His accolades in football is that he has been an all-county quarterback. He plans to go to college for sports and get a degree to eventually become a coach. Thank you, Nick. Next up this evening, we have Mr. Ian Gould. Ian is a 4-year member of the football team and is being escorted this evening by Katie and Curtis Gould. Ian's plans for the future are unknown at this time. He is a 9-year football participant. Thank you, Ian. Next up this evening is Mr. Braylon Hilliard. Braylon has been involved with the football team for 2 years. He is being escorted this evening by Kelly Coburn. His accolades in football include being named first team All-County. His plans for the future are to go to college and play football, and he plans to major in sports management. Thank you, Braylon. Next up this evening, we have Mr. Damon Hopkins. This is Damon's first year on the football team. He is being escorted this evening by Shannon Keith. Damon plans to serve in the Army when he graduates from Robert C. Byrd.
I always say I'm going to, but I'm not.
Thank you, Damon.
I'm not really clever when it comes to.
Next up this evening, we have Mr. Nathan Lotsky. He is a four-year football player, and this is his first season with Robert C. Byrd. He is being escorted this evening by Gary and Wanda Lotsky. He was named to the first team All-County in 2021. He is verbally committed to Virginia Military Institute to play football, and he plans on studying business or history. Thank you, Nathan. Next up this evening is Mr. Hunter Jackson. Hunters have been on the football team for 3 years.
No.
He is the son of Evelyn Swiger and the late Roy Jackson. He is being escorted this evening by Evelyn Swiger. He was a member of the 2020 AA State Runner-Up team, and his plans for the future are to graduate high school and find full-time employment. Thank you, Hunter. Next up this evening is Mr. Logan McCartney. Logan is a 4-year member of the football team. He is being escorted this evening by Amanda McCartney. Currently, in his accolades, Mr. McCartney has 10 football offers and was a member of the 2020 AA State Runner-Up. Mr. McCartney plans to play college football and major in criminal justice and eventually pursue a job at the FBI. Thank you, Logan. Next up this evening, we have Mr. Wyatt Miner. Wyatt has been participating in football for 10 years. This evening, he is being escorted by Chris and Jamie Miner. His accolades in football are that he was a 3-time All-County first-team offensive member, a 3-time Big Ten first-team offense member, a state champion, a 2021 Frank Laurie Lineman of the Year. He was the captain of the Offensive Defense All-American Bowl. Wyatt plans on signing with Youngstown State University to be a Penguin in December on National Signing Day and to pursue a degree in criminal justice. Thank you, Wyatt. And finally this evening, Mr. Braden Thomason. This is Braden's first year on the football team. He is being escorted this evening by Karen Thomason and Marty Thomason. Braden's plans for the future are to attend WVU and one day go into the medical field. Thank you, Braden. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022-2023 football and cheerleading seniors. Let's hear it one more time for these Flying Eagles.
Hello, and welcome to Harrison County, West Virginia. With a population of over 69,000, Harrison County is a thriving community with plenty of recreational opportunities, historical sites, and a booming economy. And with an ideal central location, Harrison County is within a 10-hour drive of 60% of the population of the United States, with relatively easy access to cities like New York City, Chicago, and Atlanta. Vital to the region is our North Central West Virginia Airport, which serves as an economic engine for the area, providing countless job opportunities to local residents and has an annual impact of over $1 billion. Whether you're here to visit or find a place to call home, there's plenty to discover in Harrison County.
There's something for everyone in Harrison County. Indian mounds, located near the Veterans Park, are thought to be burial mounds constructed by the Hopwellian culture prior to the year 1000 AD. During the Civil War, the county seat Clarksburg served as a military depot for the Union Army. General George B. McClellan held his headquarters here in 1861 until the Battle of Bull Run. The Clarksburg Downtown Historic District includes an extraordinary variety of architectural types and styles. The Courthouse Plaza displays the statue of Stonewall Jackson, a native son and legendary Confederate general, as well as the flagstaff from the battleship USS West Virginia, sunk at Pearl Harbor. Residents and visitors enjoy a wide variety of unique shops and dining options throughout Clarksburg's Downtown Historic District. Downtown Bridgeport, the shops at Averill Place. Meadowbrook Mall in Bridgeport attracts shoppers from across the region with stores of every size and specialty. Explore Harrison County today. Harrison County, West Virginia is made up of 10 family-friendly cities, each with a robust sense of community and culture. Our diverse housing mix includes new homes and established neighborhoods at various price points, as well as homes of character in tranquil lakeside settings. Carefully conceived mixed-use communities offer plans for a wide array of amenities that the entire family can enjoy. No matter what your age or lifestyle, there are options including independent and assisted living apartment communities that offer as much or as little care as you need. We warmly invite you to explore Harrison County, West Virginia, where your dream home awaits you. Harrison County offers services, opportunities, and activities for all ages. Farmers markets in Bridgeport and Clarksburg feature locally produced foods and live music provided by local musicians. Harrison County hosts several community festivals throughout the year celebrating unique cultures, marking the season or remembering the county's rich history. The county is also home to excellent healthcare services from the United Hospital Center in Bridgeport and the Veterans Administration Hospital in Clarksburg to Fairmont General Hospital, Monongahela General Hospital, and Ruby Memorial Hospitals. The area's fire, police, and emergency medical first responders reach every hill and valley in the county to coordinate care for injured residents and threatened property. In addition, the community offers a number of senior citizen services and centers that provide everything from nutrition guidance and exercise classes to medical care. Discover an exceptional quality of life in Harrison County. Harrison County Parks and Recreation offers a variety of outdoor opportunities. Veterans Memorial Park in Clarksburg features a popular aquatic center with areas to swim and play. At approximately 12 miles, the Southern Rail Trail begins at Camden Street and ends at Custer Addition, while the 4-mile-long Northern Trail starts at the east end of Hamel Avenue and ends in Spelter. A fitness trail winds along the river for 1.5 miles. There are picnic shelters for large groups, lighted tennis courts, a skate park, a dog park, an 18-hole miniature golf course, and an amphitheater. In Bridgeport, the recreation complex features 4 baseball fields, a multi-purpose field for soccer, football, or lacrosse, a walking trail, basketball court, and large picnic shelter. The Harrison County Recreation Center offers interactive exhibits designed to inform, engage, and inspire. Built on a reclaimed coal strip mine, Pete Dye Golf Club provides players with many unique features that remind golfers of its past. Experience it all in Harrison County. Harrison County schools offer rigorous curriculum choices that challenge students at every level. The Harrison County School District is where all are leaders and all are learners, with 25 schools serving elementary, middle, and high school students throughout the area. For quality higher education in the area, local colleges include Pierpont Community and Technical College, Salem International University, and Fairmont State University. The Gaston Caperton Center at Fairmont State University is a focal point of higher education within the county, serving approximately 1,100 students weekly. The Robert C. Byrd National Aerospace Education Center, a component of the Fairmont State University and Pierpont Community and Technical College, offers associate and bachelor degree programs in aviation technology. The path to a strong education begins in Harrison County. Harrison County is continually welcoming new and exciting opportunities for economic growth. Located in Bridgeport, Meadowbrook Mall is a major source of traffic and revenue. Harrison County is served by the North Central West Virginia Airport, which offers convenient flights to Washington, D.C. and Chicago through United Airlines. West Virginia's Charles Point combines commercial, residential, and recreational areas into one master planned community. Adjacent to Charles Point is the state-of-the-art United Hospital Center, and nearby is White Oaks Business Community. This developed area of West Virginia's Interstate 79 is considered part of a high-tech corridor. Harrison's job growth has been heavily driven by the production of natural gas. Antero Resources in Bridgeport has been prominent in the exploration and production of natural gas and oil since 2002. The Harrison County Chamber of Commerce promotes a vibrant business climate by fostering business growth with its numerous members. Business and industries thrive in Harrison County. Anybody can live in a neighborhood, but not everyone gets to reside within a true community. Our vast array of community organizations not only provide opportunities to give back, get involved, and come together, they create a sense of pride for our city and continue to help forge the community our residents are proud to call home. Doing better by working together. Community starts here.
Sure be uncomfortable. Brian was just looking, and you were like zipping up through there, and I look over and I smile and I said, he's on a mission or something.
That was one of the best after that. I watched them
Mr. Coach, are we good to go? You want me to move while the football is still warming up?
Yeah.
What do you need? He's going to go to the anthem and football is still out on the field warming up. Well, we can't do anything until they leave, so as soon as they start stepping off, let's roll it. But it's not like we can stop their warm-up to play.
Just run deep. Just run deep. That's basically your job. Okay. You can hit.
Mr. Myers, turn right on us. We're still waiting on football to move. Copy.
There's a higher.
Somebody please tell them the man trying to go so that they don't come out. Sarah Grace, you copy? right, y'all, let's go.
We had to talk under the fan.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of our colors by the Robert C. Byrd JROTC Color Guard, and remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The band this evening is led by Senior Field Commander Kalia Hairston and Senior Drum Captain Jacob Rohr. Tonight's national anthem is going to be conducted by Director of Bands Tom Myers. Our nation's colors this evening are being presented by some of the finest students Robert C. Byrd High School has to offer. Robert C. Byrd High School U.S. Army JROTC Color Guard is under the command of Cadet Second Lieutenant Georgia Boston and consists of Cadet Second Lieutenant Haley Daniels, Cadet Corporal Alexa Riffle, Cadet Corporal Zoe Cobb, Cadet Corporal Kellen Case. Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Robert C. Byrd High School. I'm John Griffin alongside Jonathan Griffin, our producer David Oliverio. This is RCB Football.
Stiff on the midfield, down the near side sideline to the 30, the 20, the 10. They're not going to get him. It's a Robert C. Byrd touchdown.
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. Tonight's final game of the 2022 season for the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Along with me tonight, Jonathan Griffin, and we just witnessed a wonderful pyrotechnics display set to Thunderstruck as the RCB football team came out on the field.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, yes.
One word.
So we want to thank Wagner Pyrotechnics for that great display. We're just about set for kickoff on what is a unusually warm night in November. I notice you're in shorts.
Wear them while you can.
So here's Philip Barbour. They'll tee things off and get things going here for us. And the ball is touched by a RCB up man at about the 30-yard line. Bounces off him, but I think RCB is going to retain possession. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Nick George will take the reins for the Flying Eagles once again tonight. His final game, senior season.
Rylan Rock was the Eagle member to recover that. It hit him, and then he dove on it. So I'm not sure if that was Philip Barber's intentions, but they almost got the ball. It was really close.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Flying Eagles, man in motion. That is Lotsky out of the backfield with a nice little swing pass. He's got some room, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Correction, that is Latrell Jones for a touchdown for the Flying Eagles on the opening play. So a great start for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, just a simple man in motion, crosses Nick George's face. Nick just pitches it out there, gets it into the hands of his playmaker, and the rest is done by Latrell. He just sees the edge, gets to the edge, and he's gone.
And that was a really nice play design by Josh Gorell and his coaching staff to open up the game. So Braden Thomason will be on for the extra point, but just as I say that, they line up in the formation to go for 2. So apparently Robert C. Byrd will go for 2 right here.
Last game of the season. Can't hold anything back.
Let everything go. And here's George back in the shotgun. He's going to throw a fade pass deep in the left corner for the conversion on the 2-point touchdown. Bryce Byrd with the 2-point reception. So a nice ball by Nick George to convert the PAT.
Yeah, another really good play call there by Josh Grohl and his coaching staff. You see Bryce there lined up in the slot. They're just going to run the 2 outside receivers. Both run in slants, and they bring Bryce Byrd running a corner route or a fade to that back pylon, and just a beautiful placed ball. Nobody there can contest them, and honestly, that would be good maybe on Sundays.
Yeah. Anytime you can get Bryce Byrd one-on-one with his height and his extension, that's a plus. You're going to try to do that.
So that's a great start for the Flying Eagles here.
Yes, great start. And we want to mention that Philip Barbour, when they kicked off, they're without their normal kicker, who is participating in the state high school soccer tournament. So that's probably the reason why that was squibbed. And here's the Byrd kickoff to the deep man for Philip Barbour. About the 10-yard line. He'll bring the ball up out to about the 25-yard line.
That was Brandon Carpenter. the return man for Philip Barbour.
First down, Philip Barbour.
So, not terrible field position for the Colts, and this formation
is a little strange, to say the least. Snaps back to Philip Barbour's quarterback, number 10. Caden Humphreys.
That was Ethan Fold, the runner, and Bryce Bird comes up to get his hand on his shoelace and trips him up right there. So Bryce Bird having a great night so far.
Yes, getting in on all the action. So it'll be 2nd and 3 from the Philip Barbour, we'll call it the 36-yard line, 34-yard line, actually. Another strange formation by the Colts, and they send everybody one way or another right before the snap. Here's a snap back, and it's going to be a handoff to the deep man.
That was Floyd again.
Nick George on the stop. It's 3rd down.
And Nick George with the tackle for the Flying Eagles. And that's twice now we've seen Philip Barbour come out with funky, different-looking formations. But really all that is, that's trickery with the eye. You're trying to make the defense overthink it. Pay no attention to what they're doing initially.
Yes. Yeah. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Colts on their opening drive here tonight. Snaps back as a handoff up the middle to the tailback, number 1, Ethan Floyd. And he's going to be brought down short. It's going to lose a few yards, actually, on the play. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, good job there by the Flying Eagles defense.
And it looks like Philip Barbour's going to keep their offense on the field and go for it. Again, like you said, end of the season, nothing to lose. You might as well let it all hang out. 4th and 2, we'll call it.
It's a long 2.
Very long 2. It's going to be a pass on a rollout by Humphreys. And he's going to have the pass knocked down just almost as when he was ready to release the ball.
And that was Hilliard. And Braylon really that's 2 back-to-back good plays because he was the initial defender on that third down to make the runner come up short, and then he gets that batted ball right there. So 2 good back-to-back plays.
The Flying Eagle defense does their job, and they usher the offense back onto the field. 1st and 10, balls at the 35-yard line. Here's a handoff to Latrell Jones. He's going to go up the middle and then cut to the right. It's going to be brought down about the 31-yard line of Philip Barbour.
Yeah, good run there by Jones. He was eventually brought down by Kemper Longwell, the senior, for the Colts defense. And I'm sure Coach Guerrero and his coaching staff, 1st down, getting 6 yards a pop on a run, you'll take that every time.
Yeah, any time, yeah. Be 2nd and 4 from about the 30-yard line. George is in the shotgun, as he's been all season. Man in motion, that's Thomason, and he's going to throw the ball out to, I believe that's Cooley.
Yeah.
Who can't come up with the pass. It looked like it was going to be intended for Thomason, but they threw over Thomason to Cooley, and Cooley just couldn't come up with the catch.
Yeah, trying to turn and look upfield before he secured the ball.
And I'm sure Coach Lucas will work on his hands with him during basketball season, which is just right around the corner, folks.
But another really good design play.
Yes.
I like the design of that play.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4, probably in 2-down territory here. Here's a handoff to number 5 for the Flying Eagles.
Hilliard.
Hilliard. And it looks like he's going to pick up the first down, but there is a marker down, so we'll check that.
I think it's going to be holding. That'll be the first penalty of the game. Goes against the Flying Eagles.
That'll back him up to the 42-yard line. It's going to make it a 3rd and 14.
Probably still 2-down territory,
yes.
Probably here. So you don't have to get it all in one play.
Here's George back to throw. Light pressure, runs out of a tackle. He's going to throw the ball out, and it's going to be knocked down. And can't get rid of it before he is sacked. So that'll bring up 4th down.
That was Longwell again in there, and Cameron Bennett for the Colts combined to bring down Nick George.
And we may have jinxed the Flying Eagles because they are indeed going to kick it right now.
Well, now Nick George is coming back out, so
okay.
We'll see if this is one of those
surprises tonight.
Pooch punts by the quarterback or what.
Got another flag here.
Look like maybe a delay of game. Nope, false start. So the second penalty now on this drive, second drive here for the Flying Eagles. It really hurt them because it's really backed them up because they had really great field position.
They did.
Now they're going to punt it.
No, I'm not going to say anything until the ball comes off the punter's foot. That'll be Thomason.
It looks like Caden.
Yeah, Caden Humphreys back deep for the Colts, along with
not a great punt off of Tomlinson's foot, but it's going to end up working out as it takes a nice Flying Eagles bounce and roll.
That was Patrick Webster, number 21 for for Philip Barbour, back there deep on the kick return, on the punt return. So Philip Barbour will get the ball back. Their second possession coming up. Ball is going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. Here's a snap back, and it's going to be a handoff. On the left side, nothing doing with the Eagle defense right there. That was number 3 for Philip Barbour. Michael Salisbury on the carry.
James McMillian with the tackle, the freshman.
Freshman, having a good season.
Yeah. 6 foot, 210-pound linebacker.
2nd and 8 now for Philip Barbour. Here's a quick pass in the boundary. Hauled in. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
Was caught there by Michael Morrell, and he was tackled by Braylon Hilliard.
So another 3rd and long for Philip Barbour. Man in motion. That's Floyd. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and I believe they're going to come up just short of the first down. Number 3 with the carry, Salisbury once again. So it looks like Philip Barbour will go for it again here with only a yard to gain this time.
0 for 1 on 4th down conversion so far tonight.
Yes.
And looks like Philip Barbour is going to take a timeout to talk this 4th down conversion over.
It's probably a good idea to make sure they have the right call in. So we'll take a timeout with them and be back right after these messages.
we got 6.
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School, Flying Eagle Stadium. A 4th down and 1 for Philip Barbour. Number 1, Floyd with the carry off the right side. Looks like he is going to be right near the marker.
Yeah, it's going to depend on where they spot the ball, and it looks like he's going to have it.
They already have a first down up on the marker across the way. So they do indeed pick it up. That'll be 1st and 10 for Philip Barbour again. Ethan Floyd, the ball carrier again for the Eagles. Gain of a couple.
Trevor Dean is the tackler for the Flying Eagles defensive unit.
Second and 8 for the Colts here. Hard count by quarterback Humphreys, and now a flag's thrown. We'll have to wait and see what the infraction is. Humphreys is really clapping his hands demonstratively, trying to get the defense to jump off sides, and the official just signaled an impossible call. He said false start on the defense, but he may have meant off sides on the defense. They are marking it off against the defense.
So far, the Flying Eagles have 3 penalties in this contest.
So a 2nd and 3 for Philip Barbour. Here's the handoff to, looks like it's going to be Humphreys on the keeper. And he'll get out to about the 40-yard line. Brings up a 4th and 3. Correction, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 2. Another big down for the Colts here. Here's a handoff off the right side, correction, left side to Salisbury, and it looks like he is going to be right at the marker again, just like the last 3rd down play, or 4th down play, I should say.
And that was Ty Drake there for the Flying Eagles. So some good hard running here these last couple plays by the Colts.
That is indeed going to be a first down. That'll move the chains. So Philip Barbour putting together a nice little drive, mostly on the ground here in the opening quarter, 3:21 left to go. So here is a pass play out to the boundary. That is Salisbury, complete to number 40, Andrew Thompson.
So a nice little pitch and catch there for the Colts. It's going to bring up a 2nd down.
And you can tell by watching the Colts that passing is not their forte.
No, they definitely don't want to get in long down situations. They're capable of doing it, but that's not what they want to do.
Here's a little shovel pass by Humphreys, and they're going to say that is an incomplete pass.
Ty Drake was there. And we'll look at this replay. Yeah.
Yeah, his intent was to throw the ball. I think the receiver and the quarterback were just too close to each other.
Yeah. That ball came in there a little hot. He was trying to get that to Michael Salisbury, playing hot potato with him.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Here's a man in motion. That's number 21, plays blown dead, Webster in motion. And that's going to be a false start for illegal motion on the Colts.
First penalty against the Colts this evening.
Going back to that penalty that gave Philip Barbour the extra yards on 3rd down just a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago, or plays ago, I should say, I believe that was a legal procedure on the defense, or trying to impersonate the call, which you can call. So here's Humphreys scrambling for his life, finds a tight end across the middle, through his hands, picked up by Bryce Bird. He says thank you, makes his way down the sidelines, and he's going to stroll into the end zone for a Robert C. Byrd defensive touchdown.
Really good job there. Tip pass. Bird finds it and returns it, and the official close to the sideline just made aware that there was a flag, and maybe he said, okay, he's waving it off, so there was no flag. It must have just fell out on accident.
Well, I think he thought there was going to be a flag because as soon as the flag was thrown, I saw a Robert C. Byrd player on the sidelines jumping up and down saying, no, there's no way. And I guess the official believed with them, believed in him, or was in agreement with him, I should say.
I've never heard of that ever happening, but
no.
Well, yeah, really good job of Bryce, not only coming away with the takeaway and the interception, but a really good job getting in the open field and taking it to the end zone.
So Robert C. Byrd will go for 2 on the extra point attempt again, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. Intended for, I believe that was Thomason.
Yeah, it was Thomason.
So Thomason trying to get in on the action, even when he is relieved of his kicking duties, and they may be doing that tonight just to work on their offense, work on their plays towards the end of the season.
Well, we have a minute. I'll take a look at some scores from around the area. Bridgeport, number 6 in AAA, leads number 8 Lincoln in AA 14-7. That is in the first quarter. It is big one there in Marion County. 2 teams in the same area, East Fairmont, Fairmont Senior, both tied for number 9 in AA. That is scoreless in the first quarter. Number 6 North Marion leads Liberty Harrison 14-0. Number 14, South Harrison leads number 3, Tucker County, 8-0 in the AARP Class A game of the week. That is in the first quarter.
And that's good news. I talked to South Harrison head coach Brett Hathaway this morning. He is a teacher at Robert C. Byrd High School, and he was excited that his Hawks were going to have the opportunity to play Tucker County, who was undefeated. So we want to wish him and the Hawks best of luck. So Thomason handles the kickoff duties. At least he's getting some legwork there. And the ball's going to be fielded by the Colts. Brought out to about the 25, 24-yard line, where it'll be first down for Philip Barbour, my old alma mater.
The Colts.
Always root for the Colts, and then I root for the Eagles in no particular order. When they're not playing each other, though, I do have to root for the Flying Eagles. Here's another shovel pass by Humphreys. Not sure who that went to.
That was to Salisbury. That one was successful.
That was the one that worked, yes.
So not much doing, though. Good penetration up front by the Flying Eagles defensive line to really disrupt that play. That play is all about timing and penetration. If you get penetration, it's tough to be successful.
Really crowded in there. So here's Humphreys with the handoff around the edge to number 21. That is Webster, showing some nice speed. He's going to pick up a first down.
Eventually brought down by Cooley. Cooley comes from his safety position, opposite side of the field, to bring the ball carrier down. And a good job by the Colts of getting the ball into some playmakers' hands and getting to the edge. If you can get to the edge, you can be successful.
Ball's resting at the 35-yard line for the Colts. Here's an inside handoff to, I believe that's going to be Floyd on the carry.
Again, James McMillan there, as well as Ty Drake and Nathan Lotsky, all there for the Flying Eagles defensive unit.
Second and 6 now for Philip Barbour. Humphreys in the shotgun. Going to fake the handoff, drop back, and throw a nice little, I won't call it a screen pass, but it was maybe like a delay pass over the middle to number 3, Salisbury, and he's going to make the catch and get out to about the 46-yard line. What kind of pass would you call that or play?
That looked like Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes out there just kind of flicking that ball.
They just kind of snuck the receiver out of the backfield or off the line there, and nice little pickup. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Philip Barbour. Here's a handoff to Floyd, and he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, so Philip Barbour's had some success here early in this ball game running the ball inside, not much to the outside. But they pick up another first down there on that inside handoff.
Here's a snap back, and this is going to be a keeper by Humphreys. He's going to try the left side, nothing doing. Nice defense there by the Eagles. They really read that well, sniffed that out. Nothing doing for Philip Barbour.
McMillan and Hillard both there. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. And if you're Philip Barbour, you know, the scoreboard doesn't indicate what you want it to be, but I think you've had some success running the ball on the ground. So right now, I'm sure Coach Mel is looking at a game plan as, hey, if we can run the ball, sustain drives, keep the ball out of Robert C. Byrd's offensive hands, not turn the ball over, then maybe we can be successful. But so far, they've been unable to do that.
Exactly, and we have seen what happens when they try to throw the ball. They get it intercepted and returned for a touchdown. So they're definitely going to have to keep the ball on the ground much of the game here tonight.
Yeah, and that's, you know, they've got so far looking at some early first quarter stats. They've ran the ball, Philip Barbour, 12 times for 30 yards. Robert C. Byrd's only attempted 3 rushes for -1 yard. Now, that's a little bit deceiving because of the sack that Nick George took goes against the rushing yards, but obviously that's in favor of the Colts, so that's going to be something. Let's see if they can keep doing that, because in the air, it's all been Robert C. Byrd. Philip Barbour's only they completed 5 of 8 passes for 22 yards, while Robert C. Byrd is 1 for 2 for 65 yards and a touchdown. So,
and I haven't been keeping stats on it or anything, but I do believe that may have been the fastest first quarter we've had at home all this year. I have 7:26 on my watch now, so just 26 minutes for a first quarter, which is pretty good. And again, that's all due to Philip Barbour keeping the ball on the ground. And here's Floyd again. He's going to try the right side. Nothing going there either, and he's going to lose maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, because they are definitely winning the time of possession battle right now. They've possessed the ball for 9 minutes and 6 seconds. Robert C. Byrd has had the ball for only about a minute or so. So
it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Colts. Out of Barbour County, Philip Barbour. Humphreys in the shotgun. We'll see if they come up with a nicely designed play here. He's going to drop straight back to pass. Looking across the middle, is going to keep the ball now, rumble upfield, and looks like he's going to stretch, and he's going to have the first down, I think. So nice job running there by Humphreys.
Yeah, good job. Wasn't sure if he was going to make it, but just pulled the ball down and got what he could, and it's going to depend on the spot, and they're going to signal a first down.
I did not think that he was going to be able to pick that up when he started to scramble.
He's elusive with that ball in the open field.
Ball's at the 41-yard line of the Flying Eagles. First time that Philip Barbour's been in Flying Eagle territory tonight. And here is Floyd breaking a few tackles, and looks like he's going to get down, and he's going to score. A nice late block there to spring him by number 21, Webster. So Floyd with some nice run and breaking some tackles, and is going to get into the end zone for the Colts. Like you said, keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah, keeping that ball on the ground, trying to establish that line of scrimmage. That's going to be the recipe here tonight that the Philip Barbour Colts want to do, and if they can do that, they're going to be successful like on that last play.
Yes.
And Philip Barbour is going to go for 2.
Apparently kicking is not in fashion.
Week 11, it's optional.
Yeah. So that pass is going to fall incomplete. So Philip Barbour at least gets on the scoreboard, making the score 14-6. 10:38 left here in the second quarter on a warm November night from Clarksburg. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. Philip Barbour just scoring here and creeping to within 8 against the Flying Eagles. 14-6 your score here from Eagle Stadium. Philip Barbour set to kick off, and that's going to be number 1, Floyd, with the kicking duties, and he's going to spin the ball on the ground, and it's going to be down by the Eagles.
Rylan Rock.
At the 25-yard line. We want to take a minute and send our condolences to the family of Barbie Mayer, her husband, John, Mookie, JJ, and Mary. Barbie passed away earlier today, and she is the definition of an RCB mom. John, very much involved in football and other sports coaching here at the middle school level and at Robert C. Byrd. Mookie and JJ, her 2 oldest sons, both played football at Robert C. Byrd, and Mary, her daughter, played softball and is the current softball coach here at Robert C. Byrd. So we want to send our prayers, our thoughts. We're thinking about you, and we'll keep you in our prayers once again to the family of Barbie Mayer. So Robert C. Byrd gets nothing on first down. Pass falls incomplete. They'll have a second down. Here's a handoff to Latrell Jones off the left side. Looks like there could have been a face mask, but nothing called. He'll pick up about 5.
Yeah, good job there by Jones, and a really nice run on second down to make this a more manageable third down.
And after that explosiveness by Jones in the first drive, first play of the game, we haven't seen much from him since then, have we? So we're going to have to try to get him going.
Yeah, it's been mostly through the air after that really good first run.
Here's Nick George with a keeper. He's going to rumble and bull his way for probably 20 yards. Sort of like a bowling ball in there.
He was the biggest guy on the field right there, and he made his presence felt.
Comes up without his helmet, so he'll have to come out for one play. That'll mean Rylan Rock will step in real quick.
Score update. Number 14, South Harrison leads number 3, Tucker County, 16-0.
Wow.
In the first quarter. In Crosstown, number 6, Bridgeport, and number 8, Lincoln AA, they are tied at 14-all.
We'll definitely keep an eye on those games throughout the remainder of the night. Here's a handoff on first down to Braylon Hilliard. He'll get maybe 2 yards across the right side.
So we saw Robert C. Byrd on this opening drive. They attempted that first play was a little pass play, got nothing, and since then it's been run, and they've moved the ball well.
Yes, they have. Four wide with the running back. Here's Nick George in the shotgun. He's going to throw the ball downfield, and looks like that was a little bit of miscommunication between the receivers.
Yeah, he had two guys there that really both had an opportunity. Bryce Byrd on the outside, and looks like Tomlinson on the hash in the slot, and neither of them really went for the ball because I think they both thought that it was, Bird's going to get it, no Tomlinson. It's for Tomlinson, so...
And that's great to be unselfish. You want to think you want to let somebody catch the ball. But there's also a mentality that you have to have in football that if the ball's in the air, that's mine, I'm going to go up and get it.
Yeah.
So Robert C. Bird's going to take a timeout here on 2nd and 7, balls placed at the 43-yard line. Senior night here at Eagle Stadium. Last game of the 2022 season for RCB High School. And most outsiders would look at this game and not think very much of it. But as you know from your playing days, that it's really important to come out and play your last game of the season hard and execute well. And doubly important for this team in this game is it's going to make the difference between whether you're 4-6 or 5-5. And that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it is.
Yeah, well, you definitely, any coach and team wants to go into the off season. You want to send your seniors out on a win, but you also want those guys to have some confidence going into off season weightlifting. Get that morale up. A lot of people, that's been discussed at the college level about bowl games with the college football playoff. Are they relevant? But, you get that extra practice and you really get the morale of your guys, and it gets extra guys that maybe wouldn't play a whole lot, get some extra reps.
Yes. So here's a 2nd and 7 deep ball for Bryce Byrd, and looks like it's going to be intercepted by Philip Barbour. Number 3, Michael Salisbury with a nice interception there.
Yeah, both guys had the ball. Salisbury just kind of wrestled it away from Byrd at the last second. That's one of those balls that you're just throwing it up and letting your playmaker Bryce go make a play, and he does a good job. He definitely
he makes a play on
has it there, but then Salisbury does a good job of wrestling it away and coming away with it. Nice interception.
So that's going to put Philip Barbour deep in their own territory. Here's a snap and a handoff to, I believe that is Floyd once again. Not much doing there. Gain of about 3. So a little bit doing there.
Ty Drake and Nick George there combined to make the stop for the Flying Eagles.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 7, so they do give him 3 yards.
And this is a big possession here for the Flying Eagles defense to see if they can get a stop, because this Colts offense has been on a roll since that last possession.
They have been. Nice, methodical, inside run plays.
And Floyd and Salisbury have done the brunt of the work offensively for Philip Barbour. Floyd has 10 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 at about the 14. Philip Barbour late getting the play call in, 8 seconds on the play clock, but they're going to get it off in time. Here's Salisbury dropping back, and he is going to be, looks like he's going to be sacked, scrambling, running for his life, and eventually he is brought down at about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, had a guy open, was trying to get him the ball, but right at the last second as Humphreys was trying to throw that ball, looked like Gum Miguel Adams were both there. He just didn't have enough room to get that pass off and just pulled it down and tried to get what he could.
So Philip Barbour will punt deep in their own territory. Bryce Bird back deep, and here is a drop snap by the punter, Humphreys. He does manage to get it off before being tackled. It's going to roll out to about the 40-yard line. So the kicking game really suffering for Philip Barbour tonight, Jonathan.
Yeah, hasn't been the greatest. Like you hit earlier, their normal kicker is not here tonight because of the state soccer playoffs. So I'm sure Coach Mel expected that coming into this game. But a good job of the punter there to get the ball off and not give up any points or the turnover.
Yeah. Here's a pass out on the flat to, looks like Lotsky.
Bird again.
Bird. And simply can't reel it in.
Again, just trying to take your eyes off the ball and turn upfield before you have it secured.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Flying Eagles. Up 14-6 here on senior night. Here's a handoff around the left side to Jones. Jones with a couple nifty moves, makes a couple people miss, stays in bounds, and is going to pick up a first down. So a nice bit of work by Jones there.
Yeah, good job by Jones. Nice hard run. Got to the edge, and he took a hard hit there by Ethan Floyd. I think some of the Colts defenders thought that he was going to run out of bounds here, but he lowered his head and got another 6-7 yards after that. Yeah. Really good run there.
Here's a pitch out to Jones again. He's going to scamper around the right side for about 8 or 9 yards. Talking with Coach Gurrell this past week, he noted and did say that Luttrell is not afraid of contact. He likes to deliver the hits. And then he went on to say sometimes he wants to deliver the hits instead of going around the guy.
Yeah.
So I took the opportunity later in the day to tell Luttrell, that if he could make some people miss, that next year I would give him one chicken wing per man he made miss during the week. And as I tell that story, Nick George throws a little flare to Thomason, who's going to scamper into the end zone on some nifty moves of his own for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, nice play design. Again, just getting the ball out to your playmaker, nothing fancy, and making a couple guys miss. Have 2 blockers up there, and Tomlinson is going to do the rest to get into the end zone. Good blocking there by Bird and Lotsky.
Nice team effort. So here's a spread for Robert C. Bird on the 2-point conversion. Snap back to George. He's going to look things over and wanted to go to Bird, decided not to. Now he's going to throw it in the end zone for, I believe that's Lotsky, and it's going to fall incomplete. And that is a true story. I did tell Luttrell Jones that sometimes it's better to avoid players, and you want to save your body, because he plays 2 ways. He plays defense as well as offense. He says save your body. I said save your body and those hits for defense and deliver them, and try to take as few as you can on offense.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times as a runner, when you're running between the tackles, it's hard sometimes. You want to be the force to make contact. Mm-hmm. It's not good as a runner if you let the defender make contact. So a lot of times when those running backs get out on the edge, they want to deliver the blow and deliver the contact. But like you said, sometimes it's you don't always want to be doing that every single down.
Yeah. If you have the ability to make a man miss, surely you want to do that rather than absorb that.
And he's done that very well tonight, making defenders miss.
So that's going to make your score 20-6, Robert C. Bird, 5:39 in the second period here to go. Second quarter, I should say. Period. I'm getting ready for basketball season. So here's Thomason with the delivery. A nice kick. It's going to bounce at about the 1-yard line and go into the end zone. So nice distance on that kick by Thomason.
Another score update. Bridgeport has found the end zone. They now lead Lincoln 21-14 in the second quarter. And South Harrison adds another score. They're now leading number 3 and undefeated Tucker County 24-0 in the second quarter. A couple other scores. A good one down south in AAA. Number 2 Hurricane leads number 3 Huntington 7-0. Number 1 Park South and number 8 Princeton, they are scoreless in the first quarter.
Thank you, Jonathan. So here's Philip Barbour, 1st and 10. It's going to be Humphreys with the keeper up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards.
And a good job there on the last possession for Philip Barbour for the Flying Eagles, establishing the line of scrimmage. And so far there, they did another good job on that first down run.
Second and 7. Humphreys in the backfield. It's going to be a swing pass to number 4, Morale, I believe. And he's going to be brought down after just a gain of 1. And I believe I'm pronouncing that right, Morale. Or Moral. I apologize to his mother and father. I'll just say Michael, number 4, from now on for the rest of the night. So that's going to put Philip Barbour in a 3rd and 9 situation here. Humphreys checks his wristband for the play. Man in motion. And there's going to be a flag down on the play, and I think that's going to be a false start against Philip Barbour. My bad. Correction. They're going to call offsides against Robert C. Byrd. Something funny was going on the left side of the line over there. I couldn't tell who made the first move.
So that's going to be the 4th penalty against the Flying Eagles for 25 yards, while their counterpart, the Colts, they've only been flagged 1 time for 5 yards.
That will not give them a 3rd down, however, but it will make the distance shorter. It's only going to be 3rd and 4 now.
Which is much more manageable for what the Colts want to do.
So here's an inside handoff to number 3, Salisbury, and he's going to pick up the first down. So question, on a play like that where you have a offsides or a false start and the play was sent in, does the offensive team run the same play that they had called, or do they change it?
I think it's depending on situation, because I'm going to say you went from about 3rd and 9 to 3rd and 4, so most likely the 3rd and 9 play for the Colts was probably going to be some type of rollout pass, get Humphreys out on the run. They don't like to pass, but you're trying to pick up the first down. Well, now it's 3rd and 4. It's a much more manageable play call, so they're probably going to run the ball because that's what they like to do.
And here's a deep pass intended for Webster over the middle. It's going to fall incomplete. He was double covered. Nice job by the RCB defensive backs to break that up. So Philip Barbour taking a shot deep there, which you have to do that sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want to go strictly all ground game because then those defenders start creeping up. So you want to try to keep the defense guessing.
And here's a little inside handoff, nothing doing for Floyd. Mint promptly in the backfield.
McMillan has had a great night, a fantastic season. I'm excited about this kid being a freshman out here, the way he's played this season.
I've talked to him several times. He seems like a very good kid, wants to work hard, has a good work ethic. I've seen him in the weight room. I believe getting ready for basketball season even maybe here coming up shortly. So Philip Barbour, 3rd and 12 from the 29-yard line. Here's a snap back to Humphreys. He's going to try to throw the ball as he rolls out. He's going to be forced way back outside of the pocket. He's just going to have to throw it away. So a nice job by the Eagle defense there once again.
Yeah, just no time for Humphreys.
No. Nobody open.
No, so it's good coverage down the field, but no time for him. in the pocket. The Flying Eagles defenders are really disrupting that offensive line there for the Colts and putting a lot of pressure on Humphreys.
So they'll have to kick this one away again. Humphreys will handle the duties. Back deep is Bryce Bird, standing about the 45-yard line. And remember, Philip Barbour had some trouble on the snap last time, but this is clean. And a nice little punt by Humphreys. It's going to give Bird a chance to field the ball. He's going to make two tacklers miss. He's going to roll around the left side, and it's going to be stopped right about the 45-yard line of Philip Barbour.
Yeah, nice return by Bird, setting up several of those blocks.
Yeah.
And Bird's going to be here in business with 2:25 to go before half, and they're going to run some offense and see what they can do.
And I would anticipate that they'll try to mix a little bit of the run and the pass, maybe something out of the backfield, try to get Jones the ball.
Yeah, you still got two timeouts, and you're already in plus territory. So time's really not concerning to them right now.
Right. And they do have 2 timeouts left. So Lotsky catches the ball right about the 35-yard line, gets down to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and that little, again, that same play, that time there was no action coming across the defense's face, but just that little backwards, you screen, a little floating pass there right at the line of scrimmage has worked really well tonight for the Flying Eagles.
Well, the receiver catches the ball when he's already running, so that gives him an advantage against the defender. Here's another false start called against the Eagles.
If we could just
eliminate those.
Eliminate those penalties.
Want to once again say hello and thanks for tuning in to all our alumni around the area, the region.
Or the country.
Here's a 1st and 15. Here's a swing pass to Thomason, but he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to reverse his field, try to cut back, can't do it, and he's going to lose even more yardage. It's going to be brought down at about the 45-yard line, so they're going the wrong way right now with 1:24 left to go.
And that time, Philip Barbour was ready for that little pass play.
Want to say also congratulations to Washington Irving's middle school's high school football team, the 2022 Mid-8 champions.
Congratulations. The Hilltoppers.
Yes.
Bringing away some hardwood.
Hardware.
Yes, pardon me. It's Friday.
It is Friday. So Robert C. Bird takes a timeout after that last play. It's going to be 3rd and 20. Ball's at the 39. And I've talked to several people this week and over the last month in the course of the season about how they watch these games on their computer. You can even put it on your TV now in some cases. And we got people in Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky probably, other states. Pennsylvania, especially the Fox Chapel area, and many other regions and places around the country. Robert C. Bird alumni go on to do great things. So here Thomason comes running off the field at the last minute, and it's going to be a handoff to Jones, and he's going to have some room around the left side. He's going to get a first down, cuts back, and, he is going to get the first down, I think. So nice bit of running there.
See where they spot it. It looks like he's going to be maybe just come up No, he's got the first down.
Referee says full steam ahead. So that's going to run the clock down to 38 seconds. So they're probably going to have to really start throwing the ball here. Still with one timeout left. Here's a swing pass out to, that looks like Cooley.
And I think that was actually Lotsky.
Lotsky, my correction. Probably not the best play call there.
No.
And that play worked last time around the other side, but with this much time on the clock, I think you want to throw the ball downfield a little bit more.
And I'm actually surprised that there wasn't a flag on that play because it looked like there was a defender trying to get off the field for Philip Barbour on the far sideline that looked to me like he was still in the field of play when that ball was snapped, but the officials may have given him the benefit of the doubt. Couple more score updates. Marion County, number 9 East Fairmont leads number 9 Fairmont Senior 7-6 in the second quarter.
Good close game there.
Yeah. And Musselman all over Parkersburg 28-6. And number 10 Morgantown is trailing Lindsley 14-7 in the second quarter.
Lindsley, of course, out of Wheeling, a very good school. Played West Fairmont last year or the year before. They routinely play a couple schools here down in our area every other year. So here's a 2nd and 12 that faces the Flying Eagles. Lotsky in motion. Now he sets, passes back to Jordan. This time he is going to look downfield. Across the middle. He's going to be forced to roll out and scramble. Here's a ball thrown in the end zone intended for Bird, but it's going to be too high and over his head. It's going to fall incomplete.
And it's third down.
Good job there by George. Just trying to get that ball, and really almost had Bird. I mean, Bird was there.
Yeah.
About got his fingertips on it.
And over right about the goal line, we see the championship of the middle school that we just mentioned, the WI Middle School amassing, getting ready to be recognized here at halftime. Here's a pass thrown outside to Cooley, who can't come up with it.
Really nice play set up. Had a ton of blockers down the field.
Cooley just looking downfield before he has the ball. So that's going to be 4th and 12, 11 seconds to go here in the second quarter before halftime. And we're on pace for another record quarter here time-wise. 7:56 by my watch, so we'll see when this half expires. Probably got time for 1 or 2 more plays, possibly 3, but at this level I'm thinking 2 at the most. And they had to pick up the first down to get another one anyways. Here's a pass out to Bird. Bird's going to have plenty of room. He's going to scamper down to about the 5-yard line with 3 seconds to go.
And they're going to try and clock this.
Pass complete. Bryce Bird.
Referee sets the play. No time goes off the clock. So that's going to be 1st and goal to go. Probably really only have time for one play here. So we'll see what the coaching staff and head coach Josh Gurrell come up with here. And this is most likely going to have to be a pass. But you could have Nick George run it up the middle.
Yeah, I was just going to say a quarterback draw wouldn't be the worst. And they're going to give it to Jones, and he's going to get in.
So nice little inside handoff, so they fooled all of us.
Yeah, really good job there by Jones.
Yeah.
He saw the goal line, and recognized if I can just reach this ball out, because I don't know if he doesn't reach this ball out over the goal line, he may be short.
We'll take a look at the replay.
He is hit right there and going and yeah.
And that's where you want to absorb that contact. So now Thomason will be on for the PAT. Low snap, he gets it up, and Thomason's going to put that through for his first PAT of the night, and that's going to end the half. So, your score, Robert C. Byrd, Flying Eagles 27, Phillip Barbour 6 here in the just at the beginning of halftime. We'll take a break and be back with your second half after this.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Successful year these gentlemen have had, going 8-1 in the regular season. After losing their first game to the Buchanan Buccaneers, the Hilltoppers stayed strong and never lost another game. In the playoffs, redemption day came as they faced an undefeated Buchanan team on Buchanan's field. The Hilltoppers scored first and kept the lead the entire game. Please join me in recognizing the victorious 2022 Mid-A champions, the Washington Irving Hilltoppers. Sixth graders are Titan Boyce, Elijah Britter, Rebecca Burner, Jacob Clark, Elijah Holmes, Aiden Coach, Riley Weekley. Seventh graders Gage Backus, Isaac Barksdale, Bo Carrico, Isaiah Smith, Logan Huff, Brody Stout, and Jericho Yoho. And this year's 8th graders and our next Flying Eagles, Deegan Barnett, Isaac Brady, Logan Fordyce, Landon Hartman, Reed Lowther, Brayden McIntyre, Mackay Mills, Jacob Nutt, Tim Robinson, Dylan Skidian, Junior Smith, Carson Webster, Trenton Williams, Tyson Williams. And the Hilltoppers are coached by head coach Tanner Hill and assisted by John Mayer, Richard Aquina, and Anthony Kirk. The team manager, Dougie Layfield. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Mid-A champions, Washington Irving Hilltoppers. now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field for the final time this season, the 2022 edition of the Flying Eagle Marching Band, under the direction of Tom Myers. The Flying Eagle Marching Band will be led this evening by Senior Field Commander Kalia Hairston, with assistance of Drum Captain Jacob Rohr. They now present their competition field show entitled Phantom of the Opera, featuring some of your favorite songs from the Broadway show. The Phantom of the Opera is the longest consecutive running Broadway show in history. Tonight, the show will feature The Phantom of the Opera, Music of the Night featuring Matthew Nutter on trumpet, and Masquerade featuring Daniel Fitta, Matthew Nutter, Nathan Roberts, Ryan Schreiber, Jacob Howe, and the Robert C. Byrd Auxiliary Color Guard. Please enjoy our selections from Phantom of the Opera.
Once in a while.
gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. The Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagle Marching Band.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners. County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Ladies and gentlemen, some scores from around the county. Bridgeport leads Lincoln 49-14 at the half. And South Harrison is up on Tucker County 30-6. Also from around the area, ladies and gentlemen, North Marion leads Liberty 28-0. In the East-West Bowl, Fairmont Senior leads East Fairmont 14-7. And Lewis
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School, Eagle Stadium on a warm November night here. Your homestanding Eagles up 27-6, along with Jonathan Griffin, our producer David Oliverio, bringing you our last broadcast of this year's football season. We want to remind you, though, that we'll be on the air for all the RCB boys basketball home games this upcoming season. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, looking forward to see the Flying Eagles and Coach Basil Lucas take the hardwood.
Coach Basil Lucas in his second year had a good first year. The team fell just short of getting to the state tournament. Lost to West Fairmont, if I recall, and have some talent returning that should make them a contender in this area. So we'll be anxious to look at that. A couple of the boys on the football team also going to play on the hardwood. Bryce Bird, Thomason, Cooley, to name just a few. Not sure if we'll see Nick George out there, though. Not saying that you can't play Nick, but we can put him underneath the basket. He could do some damage underneath the basket, right?
Yeah.
So
they did talk. Basil Lucas did talk about Wyatt Minor maybe playing. So
that'd be interesting.
Well,
that's the thing. The makeup of a high school team, of any team, you need to have a lot of role players, and accepting that role is important to team chemistry, but also to developing your self-worth. You have to recognize sometimes that growing up that you may be a player in one sport, but may not be the same in another sport. And you have to accept that. And there are very few people that are simply good at everything.
No comment.
Well, I wasn't suggesting that either you or me were good at everything.
I'll tell you one thing: don't pass the ball to you if you're playing pickup, because you're not getting it back. So, taking a look here.
Well, that's just one. That's just the fact that I can shoot. That's I concede that. I can shoot, but that's about it.
Taking a look at first half stats real quick. Number of plays. Philip Barbour ran 32 total plays. Robert C. Byrd ran 25. Total offense in favor of Robert C. Byrd. They have 186 total yards. Philip Barbour 117. Time of possession. Big discrepancy here. Time of possession in favor of the Colts, 19:34, while Robert C. Byrd's had it for just 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
And I did a double take when you told me that at halftime.
Yeah. Rushing attempts, 21 attempts for the Colts for 96 yards, 11 rushing attempts for the Flying Eagles for 87 total yards. Philip Barbour 6 for 11 passing. Robert C. Byrd is 6 for 14. 21 total passing yards for Philip Barbour, 99 for the Flying Eagles. Robert C. Byrd, both teams have thrown an interception. However, Robert C. Byrd has thrown 2 touchdown passes through the air, courtesy of Nick George. First down, 7-8 in favor of the Flying Eagles. And looking at penalty yardage, 1 penalty for 5 yards for the Colts, 5 for 30 yards for the Flying Eagles.
So thank you for the rundown on the statistics there, Jonathan. So here's Thompson with the kickoff. Going to be picked up by Humphreys at about the 10-yard line. He's not going to go anywhere. And that's where Philip Barbour will start their first possession of the second half. Student section has dwindled a little bit at the half. It was strong for the first half, and I believe the theme was pajama night. Hence, the Robert C. Byrd cheerleaders are wearing matching pajamas. Saw a lot of pajama pants in the section, but tonight's a night where you could wear sleep shorts, definitely, to the game. So here's the Colts, first down and 10 from deep inside their own territory. Handoff to Floyd up the middle. He's going nowhere.
Yeah, good job there up front defensively for the Flying Eagles, limiting that rushing attack of the Colts, because that's what they want to do. They want to line up and they want to try and run between the tackles. They really haven't tried to get to the edge a bunch tonight. A lot of their stuff has been in between the tackles, some hard-nosed running, but it's been successful for them.
And they're probably limited on what they can do, and their coaching staff knows that, and they're going to play accordingly. Here's Humphreys with a fake handoff, and he's going to keep it up the middle. Again, not much yardage. So just tough sledding in there tonight. They did have that one run, but other than that, it's been pretty much dry.
Yeah, Logan from there with the tackle. And again, you know, Philip Barbour, you don't want to come out throwing the ball per se like Robert C. Byrd wants to, but if you don't attempt some passes, the defense now is not on their heels. They're flying downhill. It just makes it tougher on your offense and your scheme.
Right. Here's Humphreys with a scramble and a throw, and it's going to be complete for the first down up to about the 30-yard line. That's going to be number 3, Michael Salisbury, the senior, for Philip Barbour with the reception.
He was tackled by Hunter Jackson. And there looks like, there's a flag about the 15, on the 14-yard line. See what the call is. The officials are still talking it over. Looks like it's going against the Colts as they're kind of walking back.
Not really sure what the call is, and here's the official. It's going to be a hold against the Colts and offsides or illegal motion against the Colts.
I think, yeah.
Did he give 2 or 3?
He gave 2 for sure. He definitely gave a holding. And after looking at the replay, I thought it was going to be an ineligible receiver downfield.
Holding was...
It was declined.
Yeah, declined.
I'm looking at the replay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think that's the signal for an ineligible receiver down the field, but that's the only thing I saw looking at that replay.
So after all that, it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Colts. They're inside the 10-yard line at about the 6. Here's Humphreys in the backfield looking to get the ball out. The ball's going to slip out of his hands, it looks like, but they're going to call it incomplete. And, boy, that was close.
Yeah, that was close. That brings me back to the Tom Brady and the tuck rule. I mean, that is...
We'll watch it here, and we'll see if it's a good thing we can't, or they can't reverse a call or have... a challenge to review that.
Oh, that's
very close.
Very close.
But this is high school, so...
Yeah, either way, it looks like Robert C. Bird's going to get the ball back here.
Yeah, so it's moot on that point. So here's Humphreys punting deep from his end zone, and he goes down on the play. Looks to be hurt. Ball's going to get out to about the 35-yard line.
There's no flag down, so...
No, he wasn't roughed, it doesn't look like, but maybe something after the play was over.
And that's not a good sign for the Colts.
He's still down on the turf. Maybe they just ran into his knee, I think.
He's holding, it looks to be his right leg.
So while the medical staff from both teams attend to him, we'll take a break, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. Humphreys, the injured player for the Colts, walking off the field slowly. Just talking during the break with our producer David Oliverio about the screenshot during the commercial of the drone flyover that shows the Robert C. Byrd campus, and mentioned that I'd like to have it as a screensaver. So he's going to try to send that to me. If anybody would like to have that as a screensaver, just let us know, and we'll see if we can't hook you up. David's on top of things here. He informs me that we're also going to have the ability eventually to do live look-ins of other games. So we'll let you know when that comes up too. So here's a pass by Nick George out of the backfield. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 to Lotsky. Lotsky with the black socks on tonight. So
Floyd would be the tackler for the Colts of Philip Barbour.
And that's another thing I did mention to the boys during school, if they would wear some some clothing or article, socks, wristbands, armbands, or something to help me identify and differentiate between them.
This is all about you.
It's all about my eyes is what it's actually about. And these dirty windows. Yeah. There's a flag there on the play.
Will be offsides on the Colts. That motion man caused the defensive end to cross into the neutral zone.
So that's going to bring a 2nd and 4 up for the Flying Eagles. Ball's at the 25-yard line, 9-11 on a ticking clock here in the third quarter. Here's George with the snap back. He's going to look for, I believe that's Bryce Byrd on the reception. Yes. For about, and they might have had the down, they might have had the distance wrong on the scoreboard, because it's going to be 3rd and 2 now.
Good job there by Byrd. He took a shot there but held on.
So here's a handoff to Jones around the right side, and he's going to scamper down inside the 10-yard line. Flags down on the play, and we assume that's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, 2 of them came out towards the end of that play. That usually indicates a face mask or something against the defense.
So Jones making the most of his carries tonight, and when he gets that ball, he's turning the corner and hitting the hole hard.
Yeah, he is running downhill, and he is having himself a night tonight. It's one thing I've been working with my son. I tell him, nothing side to side. Now, hence, he's only 4, but run downhill. So when we're watching football, he says, "Run downhill, Dad." I said, "You're right."
Here's a handoff to Jones. He's going to try to make another guy miss, but he can't make the other two miss, and he's going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line.
Still picked up a tough yard. Not going down easy. Just adding to his rushing total. Now has 7 carries for 65 yards.
And here looks like it's going to be Braylon Hilliard for the Robert C. Byrd touchdown out of the backfield. So a nice drive to open up the second half there for Robert C. Byrd on their first possession.
Yeah, really good job because, you're always nervous as a coaching staff. Last game of the year, you've pretty much played really well the first half. You have control of the game. And the last thing you want to do is come out in the opening third quarter and give some momentum back to Philip Barbour. So your defense got to stop. You got the ball back, short field, and you went down and punched in.
And then Jones picks up the PAT for the conversion. That's going to make it 33-6 in favor of the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles here on senior night at Eagle Stadium. We'll take a break and be back after these messages.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
So on the ensuing kickoff for Robert C. Byrd, Braden Tomlinson punches it across the turf, tries to get the up back or the deep man to pick the ball up, but he says no thank you. He lets it trickle into the end zone, and the ball's going to come out to the 20-yard line. So that's where Philip Barbour will start things off on their second possession of the third quarter. 7:44 left to go. And Humphreys is back at quarterback for the Colts after suffering that injury on the punt. And here's a pass over the middle, complete to number 21, Webster, for the Colts, and a first down.
Yeah, good pitch and catch there by Humphreys. Looks to be okay after that injury.
So they're not going to give him a first down. Pickup of only 9, so that'll make it 2nd and 1. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Colts. So we'll keep it right here during the timeout. We'll check a few more scores around the state here, see if there's any change.
Yeah, taking a look here. AAA, number 1 Park South, and number 8 Princeton. They're all knotted up at 7-all. That's in the second quarter. Number 3 Huntington leads number 2 Hurricane 14-7. That is at halftime, and that is the Metro News AARP Class AAA game of the week. Martinsburg, number 4, they take on Bishop Ironton on Saturday. That game's tomorrow. Bridgeport, number 6 in AAA, all over Lincoln, 49-14. That's in the third quarter. Number 14, Woodrow Wilson leads number 6, George Washington, 7-6. Looking some AA, number 9, Fairmont Senior leads number 9, East Fairmont, 14-7. That is at the break. And number 2, Roane County, all over Oak Glen, 43-0. That is in the second quarter. And in South Harrison, it is, if I can work my computer, 30-6 in favor of the Hawks. That's in the second quarter.
So back here to live action. Philip Barbour's going to pick up the first down on a run by Salisbury. Correction, that's going to be a pass, I should say, over the middle. Nice little pitch and catch by the Colts. Fresh set of downs here for Philip Barbour. Salisbury drops back to pass, pump fakes. He's got a receiver down the sidelines, and it's just out of his outstretched arms. Or through his outstretched arms, I should say.
Yeah, that's that wheel route.
He was open.
Yeah, he had him. And a good throw by Humphreys, just out of the reach of, is that Floyd? Yeah, Floyd,
Yeah.
just out of the reach of Floyd.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Colts. And here's Humphreys being chased out of the pocket. He's got a man downfield, but he overthrows him also. That was intended for number 21, Patrick Webster.
Yeah, a little pressure there up front for the Flying Eagles. Kind of forced Humphreys to move in that pocket, step up.
Yeah.
And by doing that, he just pushed the ball a little further down the field than he'd like to.
And it may not seem hard, but it's difficult to throw accurate on the run.
Oh, yeah.
For almost anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's why guys in the NFL, 10-year contracts, $75 million. But
yes. You see one person, you see the good quarterbacks do it, and you think it's easy, but, you know, it's there's only a few of them that can do it. So here's a little dump-off pass to Floyd. And he's going to rumble upfield for about 10 yards, maybe to the first down marker.
That was a nice little screen play set up there by the Colts. Took advantage of that Flying Eagles defense trying to scream upfield.
Yeah.
And got the running back to slip out, and had a truckload of blockers out there.
And they're going to call this 4th and short, I think. Yes, 4th and 1. And here is Salisbury, and he's not going to get the first down.
He is.
Correction, that was not Salisbury. That was number 21, Webster, but he's going to be stopped short.
He is hammered by Latrell Jones.
And it may have been best for Philip Barbour there to keep the ball right in the middle of the field and run downhill.
Yeah.
Like your 4-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, he was wrapped up by McMillan, and Latrell Jones comes up and lay. That is the hit of the game right there.
Yeah. So Robert C. Byrd will take over on the change of downs, and they're going to put the ball up in the air. They're going to look deep for Bryce Byrd, and he beats his man, catches the ball about the 10, and is drug out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So a nice catch on the deep ball by Bryce Byrd from Nick George.
Yeah, good job taking advantage of the athletic ability and the height of Bryce Byrd, just letting him go up, get the ball, make a play. And we are, after watching that replay, we are lucky they called him down, because it looked like he was losing the ball or fumbled the ball, and the ball never went out of bounds. It went through the end zone, which would have been a touchback, and it would have been the Colts' ball.
But great observation.
No instant replay.
No.
So
Jones on first down for the Flying Eagles tries the middle, and the Colt defense says no. With 4 hooves, I might add, they say.
Looks like he's got it there.
I don't think so tonight, Terrell.
1, 2, running, and that ball is out.
Yeah.
And should have been called a touchback.
Yeah.
But we'll take it. I mean,
yeah. So here's a 2nd and 3 from inside the 5-yard line, and George is going to keep it, but I think this is coming back for illegal motion. I believe one of the upbacks for Robert C. Byrd was leaning forward and just couldn't stop himself.
Oh.
Well, I was wrong. Could have sworn I saw one of the upbacks leaning forward.
He could have done that in reaction to the Colts player.
Yes.
Being in the neutral zone or lining up offside, so
that will move the ball a yard closer for the Flying Eagles. They'll have a 2nd down, and Nick George is going to try to keep it, but the official says, not so fast, Nick, as another flag is thrown. This is going to be legal motion against Robert C. Byrd. So this is the play. This is the call on this play that I wanted the play before.
Yeah, they had 2 players in motion at the same time, which is illegal.
So that's 2nd and 6. That's what it's going to be for the Eagles. And here's a ball knocked out of the hands of Nick George as he was trying to throw it, intended for Quentin Cooley. Falls incomplete. Yeah, it looks like
it got tipped there.
Yeah, the ball was tipped, or somebody hit George's throwing arm. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Latrell Jones in the backfield, and here's a handoff to Braylon Hilliard, and there's nothing happening on that play whatsoever.
Yeah, a lot of penetration up front by the Colts.
So the Eagles moving backwards once they get inside the 10-yard line on that nice pass play from Nick George to Bryce Byrd. They'll go for it here. What do you got to lose?
Just feel, nothing.
It's going to be about 4th and 13. So they're going to have to probably throw this ball into the end zone. And that's not what they do, but they get the pass completion to the 5-yard line to, I believe that is Hilliard, and he's going to be drugged down at the 5-yard line.
No, that's Cooley.
Cooley, my mistake. So it looked for a minute like Cooley had some space, but
yeah, they had a nice little play design, and they got Cooley really one-on-one out there in the flat.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
and
he's open right there.
Just needed to make one man miss.
Yeah. The ball was
thrown a little bit behind him, which
to the
took
inside.
his momentum backwards.
If that ball's on the outside, then maybe. So Phil Barbour takes over on the change of downs, and they'll run the ball up the gut for maybe a yard.
Looks like we got an injured Colt down. Looks like he just took a shot below the belt.
Up, yeah. That's number 1, Floyd, who's been in the thick of the action tonight. So, yeah, basketball season just around the corner. Practice starts for the girls this coming Monday on the 7th. Practice starts for the boys 1 week later. And before you know it, we'll be wearing long sleeves, long pants, jackets, gloves, and sitting inside watching basketball. Not that we aren't enjoying this beautiful football weather, though. And here's Philip Barbour. They're going to keep the ball, and it's going to be Humphreys sticking it in his gut and keeping it up to about the 12-yard line, and that's going to move the chains for the Colts.
Hilliard gets credit with the tackle for the Flying Eagles. Had a nice game defensively.
Here's Humphrey again, keeping the ball off the left side. He's going to get maybe 3 yards, 4 yards at best.
Looks like they're going to give him five, close to 6 yards on that.
He may have stretched the ball out.
But a good run on first down.
Yeah. 2nd and 5 for the Colts. Sticking with their game plan, but probably running, or it's too late for that to be effective now. But just as I say that, here's a long run down the sidelines. That's going to be Humphreys. He's being chased by Bryce Bird. Bryce Bird's going to get him and drag him out just shy of the goal line, right about the 2-yard line. And correction, that was number 3, Salisbury, with the handoff. So a nice run by Salisbury. And you feel bad for a kid on a play like that. Runs all that way and gets stopped right at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, but that's good hustle. That is good hustle by Bryce Bird
no question.
To not give up the score.
And if Coach Mayo has a heart, he's going to give the ball to Salisbury right here. And it's going to be...
And now right
Humphrey's
there,
keeping it.
Why you don't give up on a play.
Yeah, and he's not going to get anything there.
Salisbury, he may be too out of breath right now.
He may need a breather.
So, I know I would.
Yeah. Well, you run like 5 miles a day, so I don't know why you would be out of breath.
That's different than sprinting.
So it's going to be 2nd and 2. Here is Salisbury looking to pass. He's going to retreat, and he's going to throw the ball in the flat to Floyd, and Floyd is going to catch it and break the plane to the goal line for the Colt touchdown. So Floyd ends up getting the touchdown anyways.
Good job there by Humphreys, kind of extending that play and making something out of nothing, giving them a shot to get in the end zone.
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. So that's all you can ask for.
And Colts are going to go for 2.
It's going to be a direct snap to, as a flag down, the up back, who looks to be a lineman possibly. We'll get his number in a second. He hasn't been in the backfield.
Looks like
much all night.
64.
So the flag is thrown on the conversion attempt. We'll see what the call is.
I never saw a signal.
Yeah.
But
they're going to back Philibert up.
Back him up and replay the try.
So here's Humphreys rolling out to his left. He's going to reverse field and come back. He's going to heave a ball way up in the air. It's going to be caught at the 7-yard line, nowhere near the end zone, and the 2-point try is going to be no good.
Yeah, trying to roll out, and Humphreys really had nowhere to go there. He had 2 defenders after him back there running for his life.
And like we said, passing is not their forte. So that makes the score 35-12 in favor of the Flying Eagles after the Colts score. We'll take a break and be back after this. Back at Eagle Stadium, here's a line drive kickoff by the Colts and Humphreys, and it's going to be caught like a shortstop would catch a what's the pitch up? What's the ball I'm looking for? A liner, a soft liner to the shortstop, and going to be down at the 29-yard line.
That wasn't a soft liner. That was a hard liner.
Hard liner, okay.
Yeah. So, baseball's still going on with the World Series.
Yes,
so.
yeah. Well, you can have a soft liner in baseball.
Yeah, you can, but that one wasn't hitting soft.
I think it's a hard line drive.
Yeah.
Like a hard line drive. There we go. So let's see what the Eagles will like to do here, whether they want to work on the passing game or they want to burn this clock, and they want to work on their passing game. So here's Nick George rumbling upfield, tries to do the high jump maneuver over a Colt defender and doesn't get very high off the ground. Runs into the mat.
Do his best impression of Josh Allen.
Yeah. That was Ethan Floyd he tried to jump over.
But he still picked up the first down.
He did pick up the first down. So you're going, it's distance forward, not distance up in this game, except on punts. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Here's a swing pass, and that's going to be Lotsky with the catch. Stiff arms a guy, makes a nice move, and gets down to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, really good job there by Lotsky after the catch. Giving a stiff arm. Lotsky giving his best impression of Derrick Henry here.
Yeah.
And getting upfield and really making two would-be tacklers. Can't bring them down. Good stiff arm there. And still rolling, and finally the third tackler brings them down.
Yeah.
And they're going to do the same thing this to the time to the other side.
And he's going to be close to the first down again. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter here from Robert C. Byrd High School Eagle Stadium on this warm November night. Your score, Robert C. Byrd 35, Philip Barbour 12. We'll be back after these messages with all the action in the fourth quarter. Back here at Robert C. Byrd High School, you're tuned in just in time to see Latrell Jones with a very nifty carry. And he's going to be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play is over. So he took the ball, went left, made one guy miss, ran into a crowd. They tried to bring him down. They couldn't. He reversed his field around the right side and made it down to about the 22-yard line and was tackled by the shoestrings there. And we've also got a Philip Barbour player down in the middle of the field.
Yeah, at the end of that play, Latrell was not happy, and Josh went out to speak to the officials.
Not sure what happened there, but as a player, you've got to keep your cool, and it was obvious that Jones did shove him.
It's always
the defender.
Second person gets caught.
Yeah, so you don't know if anything was said. You know, we can't hear anything, but we can certainly see stuff. So cooler heads have got to prevail.
really the only mistake made by Jones tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's got 11.
A heck of a run.
Yeah, he's got 11 carries for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's been a workhorse tonight.
Yeah, that time of possession just very, very misleading if you don't know the score of the game.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about that during the break. You know, you would think this game is a lot closer and maybe even Philip Barbour leading if you were just following along the stats and not necessarily watching the contest, because that time of possession is definitely in favor of the Colts.
Yeah. So that'll back Robert C. Byrd up to it looks like there was 2 penalties there, obviously. Because they're way back inside their own.
Looked like they called 2 personal fouls against Robert C. Byrd.
Yeah. So that'll push Robert C. Byrd back inside their own 50. The ball's at the 49-yard line. It's going to be second, and so it might have been a hold. So it's going to be about 2nd and 12.
And I think that's what Coach Garrell's asking.
Yeah.
He's aware of the 1 personal foul against Jones, but he's asking. He had the side judge run over to the head official. Because I never saw another. There was only 1 flag thrown at the end of that play.
There may have been another one over on, close to center field where the Philip Barbour player was down, but I'm not sure.
Which, it doesn't. Should have been a 15-yarder. That more like 31 yards.
Yeah.
But.
So here's a quick pass in the flat to, looks like that is Hilliard, but there's another flag that's going to be thrown, and that's probably going to be a block in the back.
Yeah, it looks like either a block in the back or holding.
Yeah, I believe that was
Hilliard.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on Lotsky there, and that's probably a good call. Lotsky had him wrapped up there. That's just hard to do. You know, you don't want to let the defender hit your teammate, and the only thing you can do is stand there and grab a hold of
the only
his
thing
jersey.
right there is it looked like Lotsky committed the hold after the ball was complete, and Hilliard, he should have been credited to where he got, and then the hold was marked off. So he should have been credited with at least a yard, but he didn't. They marked it off from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So here's a pass downfield on 2nd down intended for Thomason. The ball's going to fall incomplete. Nice hit by Philip Barbour there. Good solid hit. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 20. We'll see what the coaching staff for Robert C. Byrd draws up for this play here.
We were keeping our eye on that big east-west matchup there up in Fairmont, and Fairmont Senior has that game pretty much in hand right now. They lead. Fairmont Senior has it in hand as they lead East Fairmont 30-7 in the 3rd.
So here's a deep ball down the sidelines by George, placed perfectly in Bryce Bird's hands about the 25-yard line, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 9-yard line, 9 or 10-yard line.
Beautiful pass here by Nick George. I don't even know if Bryce Bird had to move his hands.
Yeah.
I mean, he dropped that ball right in there.
And this might have been Nick George's best pass of the season.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, he didn't even have to break stride.
He barely had to break stride. I mean, put it right on Bryce.
So they pick up the first down. Now they're going to give the ball off the left side. That's going to be Jones, and he's going to scamper, break through a tackle, and get down to about the 4-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds.
And it looks like from the beginning of the season till now that Jones has gotten quicker. I don't think he actually has gotten any quicker, but I think he's become more of a confident runner, more decisive.
Yeah, he looks like he has, and that could be a number of things. He's only a sophomore.
Right.
As the season goes on, you get more comfortable. You get more used to running behind your offensive lineman, and you understand more of what your offensive linemen like to do.
And he was injured a little bit.
And he was banged up early in the year and has had some injuries, but he has looked great this evening.
Yeah. So Robert C. Byrd picks up a few on that play. It'll be third and 2 at the 3-yard line. They can pick up a first down, but it'll be inside the 2-yard line. Jones played a little bit last year, but played a lot this year and really cut his teeth this year. And here's a handoff straight up the middle to the aforementioned Latrell Jones for the Robert C. Byrd touchdown.
That's going to be his third rushing touchdown of the night, and that puts him over the 100-yard mark also.
So nice for that young man on this night. Not a senior night for him. He's got 2 more years, but nice hard running. So here's Byrd going for 2, and it's a pitch out, and it's going to be thrown in the end zone to Bryce Byrd by Braden Tomlinson for the conversion.
Yes. So Tomlinson has done it all tonight. He's kicked it, he's ran it for a touchdown, he's thrown a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. So Byrd, like we said, elected to go and work on their passing game. They move the ball down the field. They pick up that big third down on that nice pass play to Bryce Byrd. And after the PAT is good on that snazzy little play, it's going to be your Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles 43 and the Philip Barbour Colts 12. And we'll be back after these messages. Back at Robert C. Byrd High School Eagles Stadium, the smoke settling from the Wagner pyrotechnics display after the last touchdown. Robert C. Byrd set to kick off. Braden Tomlinson handling the duties for the Flying Eagles from the 40-yard line. Nice kick down to about the 10-yard line. It's going to bounce between Webster's feet. He's going to pick it up, head up field towards the right sideline, and he's going to be drug out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. I'm going to say the 28-yard line, actually, by the near side referee.
We'll see here if both teams get some young and fresh players in this game to get some game experience.
And with the margin being more than 35 points, the clock should run continuously for the rest of the game. Here's Humphreys with a deep ball right down the seam, caught at the 50-yard line. That's going to be, we'll check the number. I believe Cameron Bennett, number 12 for Philip Barbour. So a nice pass play by the Colts there. It's going to take the ball down inside the Eagles' territory at the Robert C. Byrd 42-yard line. That's where the Colts will start second, or continue, I should say, 1st and 10. Humphrey looks right, comes back, looks left, now rolls to his right, and he's just going to scramble for a yard or two, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So with this game tonight, Jonathan, barring something unusual, and we see that the Eagles make the football playoffs. If that doesn't happen, then this will be the last game of the fall season for all the athletics at Robert C. Byrd. The golf team having finished up their season, volleyball, cross country, soccer teams finished up this past week, and capping successful seasons all the way around. So here's Humphreys for the Colts with the pass downfield. It's going to be picked off by Robert C. Byrd. Nice interception there by the Eagle defensive backfield.
Looked like number 11, Rylan Rock.
That is Rylan Rock.
I mean, that's an unbelievable interception there.
Yes.
I mean, just
nice concentration on the ball, played the ball, not the receiver.
Undercut the receiver at the last minute.
It looks like he lost the ball after he had it.
Yeah.
And it went out of bounds, I think. So Robert C. Byrd will start from about there, the 16-yard line. Here's Nick George finding, that's Bryce Byrd over the middle, and he's going to get up to the 33-yard line, 2 flags down.
And that was actually Hilliard who made a unbelievable move to make the first man miss, and then lowers his shoulder.
A nice catch, too.
Little okey doke.
Yeah.
And get downfield and lowers the shoulder. Gives the contact rather than receiving the contact, but not sure. There are 2 penalty flags down.
And it looked like on that play that the Robert C. Byrd offensive lineman pushed the Colt defender into Hilliard, but they're going to mark this off against Philip Barbour. So maybe there was something that I didn't see, but I could have sworn at the end of that play that it looked like a defender for the Colts was pushed into him. So the clock does stop on that infraction, on that penalty, while they move the chains and update the distance and down. And now the officials call a timeout. And we'll wait a minute to see what the officials are discussing.
Yeah, not sure.
And on that,
if they quite know what's going on out there.
Yeah, and it does look like on that last replay that the offensive lineman for the Eagles pushed the Colt defender right into the back of the play in Hilliard. I'm not so sure that the Colt defender wasn't going to run into him anyways, but he was certainly assisted. So maybe Philip Barbour called a timeout here. We're not sure. Also on that play, Braylon lowered his head, and if that's in the NFL or in college, they may be calling a targeting on the running back if you can do that now.
I don't think you can. Because you're not considered defensive.
Yeah, but it was helmet-to-helmet contact, definitely, which is what we want to try to avoid.
I think initially the head official motioned personal foul against Robert C. Byrd, and they came in and marked it off for Philip Barbour. So it may have just been Coach Mel over there wanting the side judge to run out and make sure, hey, did you guys call it on Bird but mark it off on us? So,
So nevertheless, Robert C. Bird will take over or keep the drive going now. And here is a pass in the flat to Hunter Jackson. Seen some action tonight.
Nice catch. Nice move after the catch.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen a whole lot of time this season at wide receiver, but does a good job of making the first guy miss and get upfield.
He's going to pick up about 9 yards on the reception. Ball resting at the 43-yard line of the Colts. 2nd and 4. And they're sticking with that passing game, but it's a controlled passing game.
We're going to have another flag.
So here's a pump fake by Nick George and a pass downfield, and that's going to be Cooley with a nice reception at about the 17-yard line.
Really good job by Cooley. Come back and, and make a play on that ball.
So Cooley struggled with a couple receptions tonight. Just couldn't haul the ball in, but a nice job on that last play. .708 here to go in the fourth quarter. Flying Eagles up 43-12 over the Philip Barbour Colts. First down and 10 for Nick George and the Flying Eagle offense. His last year commanding the offensive unit. And here's a pass across the middle in the back of the end zone, and it's going to be intended for Bryce Bird. It's going to fall incomplete.
Almost pulled it in there.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10, balls at the 17-yard line. Here's a handoff to to Latrell Jones up the middle, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So a nice run up the middle by Jones for his 4th touchdown of the night, I believe.
Yes. Jones has had himself a ball game.
So now Robert C. Bird will try the PAT with Braden Tomlinson. And it's going to be good for the Flying Eagles. So with 6:41 left in the fourth quarter here on senior night, it's Robert C. Bird 50, Philip Barbour 12. We'll take a break and be back after these messages. Back here at Robert C. Byrd, here's a pooch kick by Braden Thomason. It's going to be fielded by the Colts at about the 23-yard line. They'll get upfield for maybe 5 yards, and they'll start 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Robert C. Byrd up 50-12 here on a turning clock. 6:16 left to go in this evening's contest, the last game of the year for the Philip Barbour Colts and most likely the Flying Eagles. Flying Eagles started rough, had a couple wins there in the middle of the season, lost a few there, and then they finished the season pretty strong, and they're going to end up winning 3 out of their last 4, which is it's a positive note to end on.
Yeah, that's always a positive.
So here's Philip Barbour. Here's Humphreys with a pass downfield to number 3, Salisbury, with a nice catch. So Philip Barbour's had a couple of nice pass plays here the last few times on their possessions, and I'm not sure they could have done that all night, but they look good now.
Yeah, Humphreys he's had some more time here late in this game to look down the field.
Yeah. So here's Humphreys again, scrambling, and he's going to have some grass in front of him. He's going to pick up the first down all the way down to about the 35-yard line. So nice run by Humphreys.
Yeah, good job by Humphreys just pulling that ball down. Saul Green got upfield and moved the chains for the Colts.
Yeah. Ball resting at the 31-yard line of the Flying Eagles. Philip Barbour looking to add one more score. Here's Salisbury. Looks at his back, but reels the ball back in and throws down across the middle. The ball's going to be incomplete, intended for number 3.
They're going to
Did they say he caught it?
Yeah, they're going to say he caught it.
They'll give him the catch. That was Salisbury on the reception.
2 nice catches.
Yes.
From Humphreys to Salisbury connection on this drive.
Ball's at the 17-yard line. Here's Humphreys with the pass across the middle intended for Salisbury again, but it's going to be too high and over his head and fall incomplete.
Yeah, he had him wide open there, just a little bit too high over the head of Salisbury, who's had a really nice night tonight for the Colts. He's only had 3 carries for 85 yards, and he's caught 6 passes for 48 yards.
So nice night.
So a nice night for Salisbury for the Colts.
Here's Salisbury looking to throw the ball into the end zone, and it's going to fall incomplete. Again, intended for Salisbury, I do believe, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Clock ticking under 3 minutes shortly here, and I want to thank you, Jonathan, for joining me on the air this year. It's been most memorable, to say the least. Enjoy doing football. Enjoy doing it with you. I appreciate all the time and effort that you put into the broadcast.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun, and it's been a great season.
Yes, it has. So here's Salisbury on a 3rd and 10. He's going to throw the ball away, and they're going to call intentional grounding, but I'm not sure if he got the ball out of his hands before he was actually down.
Yeah, it looked
we'll
like.
Wait and see.
And again, I'm not sure about intentional grounding because he looks like he's out of the pocket. Yeah, I mean, they were over on the far side, and
it's close, but
it shouldn't have mattered. I mean,
yeah. And I also want to thank David Oliverio, our producer. Does a fine job for us on the computer board, switchboard, mechanical boards, tech boards, whatever we're calling it these days. He coordinates all of this that you see and hear, but you only hear us. And he is the man responsible for putting all this together at the county level. Coordinates the cameras. We have one student cameraman tonight, Anthony Corsini and Stephen Kennedy. also working with us. Stephen has also helped us throughout the season with the broadcast with various duties. So big shout out to them for making sure this thing goes off very smoothly.
And this is really a tremendous broadcast for our viewers out there to watch this. I have worked at the Division II level, NCAA Division II level for many years and still involved, and there are a lot of Division II streams that aren't as high quality as this is here for Robert C. Byrd High School. Now, if you need better announcers, I don't, there's nothing we can do about that.
Keep talking, and I might realize I'm the weakest link here.
Well, I mean, we just get your prescription, your new prescription glasses.
Yeah.
Hopefully for basketball, you're not that far away. So.
Yeah, basketball is a little closer up, and I will be talking to Coach Gorell about maybe getting white numbers on green uniforms next year, and we'll do away with this silly nonsense of striping them and doing the pinstripes around them and stuff. There's no need for that, in my opinion. So it's going to be 4th and 20. Ball's at the 27 for Philip Barbour. They're going to take a shot. Here's a pass that's going to be thrown, just heaved in the air and caught by Salisbury. And he's going to get the touchdown for Philip Barbour. So a good sign for the Colts.
Yeah, there has been, a lot of people, if you haven't watched this entire game, you think it's
here's a replay.
It's obviously been out of hand, but there have been some unbelievable catches, some unbelievable interceptions, some big hits, and another unbelievable touchdown catch there by Salisbury.
And that's backyard football.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure if that's who Salisbury was trying to throw the ball to.
You mean Humphreys?
Or Humphreys,
yeah.
I'm not positive. So here's the PAT. Looks like it's going to be a direct snap to 64. He's a lineman, and he's going to show some speed around the right corner and get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And that is Kemper Longwell.
Big boy showed some speed there getting to the edge. And if I don't blame Robert C. Byrd not getting in the way trying to bring him down, because...
And I believe that's who ran the earlier PAT down in the back in the third quarter that was unsuccessful.
Looks like Hunter Jackson maybe had a shot, but I don't think he was keeping Longwell out of the end zone for that 2-point conversion.
You're weighing your choices right there. If you're Hunter, I know Hunter. He's a tough kid, but he's going to be outweighed by about 100 pounds or so in that matchup. And it's last game of the season. I want to be able to walk tomorrow.
Hunter's only 130 pounds. So
could always remember former Robert C. Byrd basketball coach Bill Bennett worrying about his basketball players during football season and the conversations he used to have with former coach Brian Fisher. And those were the days where you were playing and my other son Jordan, and it was just the conversations they had in the hallway about what plays Coach Bennett thought they should be running and what they should or shouldn't be doing. And Cody Gilmore was another one. And so forth, that Coach Bennett wanted to ensure their longevity.
His players on the hardwood were going to be able to be on the hardwood to start the season.
Adam Secret, another one who was a quarterback here, 4-year starter.
But for me, I always seem to get injured during basketball more than football, so just my luck, I guess.
Yeah. Here's a pooch kickoff by Philip Barbour. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line by, looks like Bryce Byrd, and looks like he's going to be drugged down about the 32-yard line.
And a good crowd. Philip Barbour brought a good crowd tonight.
They did.
So we'll see what. Actually, so it looks like Bryce fumbled the ball. And
I think they are calling it a fumble,
and was recovered by the Colts.
So they'll have the ball 1st and 10. Ball's at the 33-yard line with 40 seconds to go. Clock's running. We have a new quarterback in for the Colts. That's Dayton Morrison, a freshman. He'll hand the ball off up the middle to Floyd.
And Davidson gets the tackle.
Philip Barbour will take a timeout. You can't blame them for taking a timeout there, wanting to try to get some extra plays in, some practice in. At this level, the more teaching and coaching you can get.
Yes, no doubt. And you want to try and put this, get a couple shots at the end zone here late to make the score a little more respectable. While we have this break, we'll take a look at some scores real quick. Parkersburg South leads Princeton 28-21. That's in the third. Huntington and Hurricane, they are tied up at 14 all. That is in the fourth. Spring Valley all over St. Albans 50-7. Bridgeport takes down Lincoln 62-14. Scott beats Nitro 55-6. Roane County leads Oak Glen 49-0 in the third. North Marion leads Liberty Harrison 28-0 in the second. And Fairmont Senior wins the battle East-West as they defeat East Fairmont 46-7.
So here's a errant snap by the Colts on 2nd down, and they're going to lose yardage back to about the 41-yard line, and they may or may not get off another play here, and it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're going to be, they're going to huddle up here, but it's going to be close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and they do get it off, and this will be the last play of the game. It's going to be a handoff to Cameron Bennett. And he's going to get down to about the 33-yard line and going to be stopped there by the Eagles. And that's going to do it for this contest here tonight between the Colts and the Flying Eagles. Your final score, Robert C. Byrd 50. They hit the half-century mark, and the Philip Barbour Colts 20. So as Wagner Pyrotechnics does their last show of the season, we'll take a break and be here to wrap things up after these messages.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Maintenance class where they taught like field prep, field work, stuff like that. He did that. He ran that class. Part of the shop or the industrial arts branch, whatever. But at that time, you had to natural grass and turf to take care of, and fix little things around the stadium. You become familiar with that. Absolutely. So we'll come back and just wrap it up and then sign off. Is that right? 5, 4.
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School, Eagle Stadium, here to wrap things up. John Griffin along with Jonathan Griffin. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in all year around the state, around the country, in the region, no matter where you are at, I should say. So a pretty good season. At the end, they are 500. They ended up, so it's mediocre, but they won their last 3 out of the 4 games of the year.
Yeah, and I think, anytime, you want to win every game. I think if you're head coach Josh Grell and you look at it, I think we saw the team grow and get better as the season went along, and that's what you not you want to be better. If you can't win every game, you want your team to make progress, and you want to be better in week 11 than you were in week 1. I think Robert C. Byrd did that this year and showed that.
And they were young this year. Well, not necessarily young, but inexperienced.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of kids, several kids that they thought were going to play prominent roles that had not played in a while, that just took some time to grow into the roles. Lotsky came in. He had played before, but he was new to this system.
Yeah.
And so they lost King, which was a big Jeremiah King, which was a big loss for them. So it took them some time to maybe find themselves, but it feels like they have come around towards the end of the season. And the best thing about it is Coach Grell now gets to go fishing.
Yeah.
And
yes.
I know he'll be in a stream tomorrow somewhere in the mountains over around Spruce Knob, Elkins, that general area. So we want to wish him good luck catching fish tomorrow, but we know that he doesn't need any. So let's take a look at the stats before we cut it loose here tonight.
Yeah, taking a look, final stats, total number of plays, 60 for Philip Barbour, 49 for the Flying Eagles. Total offense, 431 yards of total offense for the Flying Eagles, 352 for Philip Barbour. Time of possession, 42 minutes and 20 seconds in favor of the Colts. Robert C. Byrd possessed the ball for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Rushing attempts, 33 carries for Philip Barbour for 206 yards. Robert C. Byrd also had 22 carries for 854 yards. Passing yards, in big favor of Robert C. Byrd, 227 to 146. Some individuals. First for Philip Barbour, Caden Humphreys, quarterback. He was 15 of 27, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Michael Salisbury had himself a nice night. 3 carries, 85 yards. Also had 8 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown. For the Flying Eagles, Nick George, he was 17 for 26 for 277 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also became the school's all-time leading passer, I believe, tonight. I heard that over the intercom, passing Cody Gilmore. Latrell Jones had himself another nice night, 15 carries, 121 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Efficient.
And Bryce Byrd, 3 catches for 104 yards. And one more score update before we go. I know a lot of people were keeping their eye on this. Number 14, South Harrison, takes down number 3, Tucker County, 44-22. That's a final.
That's good. That's good for the county. Well, that'll about wrap it up from Robert C. Byrd and Eagle Stadium for tonight and for this year. I want to thank our crew here, Stephen Kennedy, for the various jobs that he's done. He was on the camera for us tonight. Also, our producer extraordinaire, David Oliverio, and Jonathan Griffin alongside me in the booth this year. So, once again, from Robert C. Byrd High School, your Flying Eagles finish on a high note. They win tonight by a score of 50-20. So, this is John Griffin saying goodnight, DOS.
And